Hey guys, so today we're going over the 6th and the 7th commandment. And the 6th commandment is you shall not commit adultery, which is specifically calling us, even outside of the sacrament of marriage, to be respectful and mindful of how we're treating others and to specifically try to have virtuous relationships. And then the 7th commandment is you shall not steal. And it's calling us to be grateful for the things that we have, as well as be respectful of the property and rights of others as well. So here we go. The 6th commandment is you shall not commit adultery. And so what even is adultery? Our book defines adultery as when someone is unfaithful to their husband or wife. And so when a man and a woman get married, they specifically make these vows and these commitments to each other to be faithful to one another and to love each other throughout the entirety of their marriage and for the rest of their lives. And so when someone commits adultery, they're being unfaithful to the commitment that they made to one another. But how is this commandment applicable to us when we're in 4th grade? And even as a 4th grader, it can be applicable. It's just in a little bit different way outside of the sacrament of marriage, since none of us are married. And so even as a 4th grader, we have the ability to be mindful of the 6th commandment. And as a human, God created us with this human dignity in his image and likeness, and we have this unique ability to share love with another person. So just like you love your family and your friends, we have this ability to create these close relationships in a specific way that help us to interact with another human and to specifically grow in love for one another. And so with those relationships, we are called to do them in a virtuous manner. And we are called to grow in virtue in all things that we do. And virtue is this good habit that helps us to act according to God's love for us. And so in all things that we do, in all of our relationships, we are called to do them in a virtuous manner. Along with that, we are called to have love for ourselves in our own body, as well as be respectful of everybody else's body and respectful of how we share our emotions towards them. So this 6th commandment is applicable even to our lives as 4th graders. It's just in a little bit different way than it would be within the sacrament of marriage. Okay, and the 7th commandment is you shall not steal. And in this commandment, God is specifically calling us to be grateful for the things that he has given us, as well as to be respectful of the things that he has given to other people. And so this commandment is based off of justice. And justice is respecting the rights of others, as well as giving to them what belongs to them. So in this commandment, God is calling us to care for the gifts of creation. And so a way that we might break this 7th commandment would be to take what isn't ours, to break a promise that you've made to someone else, to deface someone else's property, or to potentially cheat on a homework or to cheat on a test, because that would be taking someone else's intellectual property. And so with both the 6th and the 7th commandment, God is calling us to be a steward of creation. And a steward of creation is just someone who takes care of the things that God has given them, is respectful of them. And so with the 6th commandment, God is calling us to be mindful of our relationships with our family and our friends, and to just be trying to grow in virtue in all the things that we do and in all the love that we are giving. And with the 7th commandment, God is calling us to be grateful for the things that he's given us, as well as be respectful of the rights and properties of others. And so with the things that God has given us, he's asking us to share those and to help other people meet their basic needs. So throughout your week this week, let's see how you guys can be mindful of the 6th and 7th commandments, and specifically just try and grow in virtue in all the things that you do. So hopefully you learned something with this video, and I will see you next time.